What's going on, guys? It is I, SomeJoeSchmoe, and welcome back to day number 3 of our 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas. Today we're going to be talking about Kelsey Grammer's Mr. Nick St. Nick. We're really just tinsel flossing the ass crack of Hallmark on this one, huh? Is it a Hallmark movie? I'm not entirely sure. It was on the Hallmark Now app, so I can only deduce that it's got to be a Hallmark movie. Now, Mr. Nick St. Nick obviously stars Kelsey Grammer as Nick St. Nicholas, who is the son to Santa Claus.
You're late.
I'm sorry about that. It's just that it was just a rehearsal.
For the biggest night of your life. This is your date with destiny.
The movie also stars Anna Ortiz as Lorena, and we'll talk a little bit about that mess a little bit later. Nick St. Nick is essentially a #1 bachelor and #1 misogynist.
How did that get there?
Miami's most eligible bachelor.
Nick is a little bit of a rebel when it comes to, wanting to take over the family business. Obviously, Santa is on a little bit of his last leg because of that sweet, sweet SC dank kush. Santa Claus is approaching what I'm assuming is his retirement, opens up with a little bit of a ceremony where Nick is supposed to be taking over the family business, but because he's too busy trying to get it in the entire time.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime moment. You got that right.
It Takes Two, the mom from It Takes Two. Now, Nick must, try to take over the family business, setting aside his childlike tendencies and really kind of solidifying himself as the next miracle of Christmas. Nick and his father, Santa Claus, are in constant disagreement about where the direction of this business is going.
For one thing, I think we should try to increase productivity. New technologies are introduced every day. Now, on a personal note, this whole beard and belly thing, why would I want to cover up this good, strong jaw?
Obviously, Nick has a little bit more modern ideas, while Santa Claus is kind of set in his more traditional ways of Christmas. Oh yeah, you also got Wallace Shawn in here, who's was he playing Eureka's Castle? So Santa pretty much says, to hell with it, I'll keep doing it then. This causes a little bit of an issue between their relationship, obviously. So Nick, wants to kind of do and run things on his own and maybe even establish something new for himself. So that is where we meet Heidi, as well as the not-so-creeper, I'm gonna steal your money from anything that we try to do, Jasper over here.
Buy the gifts with the money that people donate.
This is a movie from the 2002s, so of course he wants to help him run a .com.
MrSaintNick.com.
So they create a website. I'm really not entirely sure what this website is supposed to do. I believe they're taking in donations, try to buy Christmas presents or presents just for kids around the world who might not be as fortunate. If it wasn't obvious enough, Heidi is working with Jasper throughout this movie by earning Nick's trust, by sleeping with Nick, by really trying to present herself in a way that is favorable and that can kind of mislead him into doing commercials for them and trying to put his face to this website brand, and hopefully that people can just donate more money and that she'll eventually run away with Jasper at the end. Obviously Jasper and Heidi are both found out, and throughout the movie we do see that Santa starts to lose that magic, starts to lose those powers. That dank kush is, enough to just make him lose his mind, in turn lose his power. So, and then Nick start to obtain that. Because there's an Aurora Borealis.
Aurora Borealis.
Because Nick went on a date with Heidi, the Aurora Borealis just appears in Florida.
Bet you didn't forecast that.
And let me just preface this by saying this is early 2000s, guys. There is a immigration officer, lays it on real thick here, and I gotta be honest with you guys, there's so many moments in this movie where the guy just Immigration! You can't help but you can't help but laugh at a character like this. It's so thick and it's so just on the nose of what it's trying to do that it's like, on one hand I was like, ooh, on the other hand I was like, what is happening in this movie?
I'm gonna be watching you.
In a ridiculous love story that occurs, Nick, wants to propose to Heidi. He attempts to practice a proposal, and Lorena tries to give him a little insight in how you would go about proposing to somebody.
Heidi, most people wait their whole lives hoping to find that special someone.
That person is your other half.
Well, you don't have to be so rude.
And Every day I look forward to seeing your face
I don't really care for it when people talk back to me, especially in my own home.
and hearing your voice.
Just tell her how I feel about sarcastic remarks and such.
And this is the most baffling moment of this scene. There's literally been no chemistry between Lorena and Nick throughout the whole movie, but because for 2 minutes she is helping him figure out what he's going to say to Heidi if she falls in love with this guy.
I don't know about Venezuela, Miss Braga, but here, road rage is frowned upon.
Unless like the movie's trying to just dump out that because he's the son of Santa Claus that she always saw these traits in him, and that's stupid. For some reason, yeah, the immigration police officer goes to arrest then Nick because he figured out the money was being laundered to some offshore account. Does immigration handle this sort of business? I don't think they do, but Nick gets arrested, and eventually the butler helps him break out of jail by using he's got like a dematerialization ray. Gets out of jail and Christmas is saved. He gets married to Lorena. No chemistry throughout this movie. This movie was balls, man. Like it's literally an itch on your nuts that you just can't reach, and it's just so irritating to watch because of just, again, I don't know if it was just because of how old it was, maybe it was the quality of the movie, maybe it's just Kelsey Grammer who just has an aura of just assholeness to him throughout this movie and just in general, but I don't know. This movie was something else. If you guys want to watch it, go ahead. But if you guys, I actually, you know what? Don't watch this movie. Just don't watch it. It's so bad, dude. Oof. All right. This is going to be the most brutal one to get through so far because I don't remember much about it. Mingle All The Way. You guys get it? You get it? Because it's mingle instead of jingle. And mingle because the movie's about a dating app. So you mingle on a dating app, and so mingle, replace that with jingle, and
I think I'm over Christmas.
Anyway, this movie revolves around Molly, played by Jennifer Lilly, who she's not really like a developer. I guess she's the CEO, and she's got like a Metro CFO.
Just look inside yourself.
The app, by the way, is not even a dating app. The app is...
Mingle All The Way isn't for people looking for a relationship. Our users are perfectly happy remaining single. They simply need someone to go to an event with them.
Mingling app. You see, we made the connection there. Molly tries to secure funds for her app, and I guess the investor wants to know... the investor is like, oh, your algorithm is really good. Molly doesn't know anything about Outlet. What are you? I've never seen any scene in which she's working on any of this coding. It's, I guess, whatever. It is what it is. Investor wants to know that the Mingle algorithm is good, I guess. So she basically has Molly, the creator of the app, create a profile for herself and use it to determine what the success of mingling is.
Why don't I demonstrate why mingling is the next major social innovation?
All right. Why don't you spend the next few weeks as a Mingle All The Way user and then bring your match to our Christmas gala?
We're then introduced to the main love interest, Chris Daughtry. Brant Daughtry plays Jeff and is, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't remember what his job title was. I looked it up on IMDb and it quite literally just says business man. I think he does marketing or something. Anyway, Jeff, believe he needs a date to something, just...
I think I need to find a date. Mr. Grayson keeps inviting my colleagues out to these couples dinners, and I need to be included.
There's no other way you can get his attention?
Not really. All the top execs are family types. I need to fit in.
Some shit like that, right? I don't know. Jeff's sister decides, I'll go ahead and sign you up. The way this movie posits a world in which I don't need a dating app, I need a mingling app. Of course, they have this like just dick measuring contest about who's more witty or who can be more quick on their feet, more better.
You mean I could find someone a little more gentlemanly?
And I can find someone a little less clumsy.
Of course, they decide, cool, let's try this out. I'll take you to this dinner. The only thing I will say that was okay about this movie is their banter with each other. They continue to go on mingles. We're not calling them dates because heaven forbid that she says she created a dating app. There's so many of them out there. Why would I want to blah, blah, blah.
Because our matches aren't created for romance.
How's it going, Grinch? Oh, going good, little elf. Like, oh, so freaking dumb.
Aren't created for romance.
aren't created for romance.
The mom, listen, this has got to be the worst mom I've seen in some of these movies.
Yes, I do. And it's a perfectly fine hobby to work on in your own time. Kids in these apps. Jeff works at a company that provides a 401k. Nice. I don't suppose there's any reason to set an extra place at the table, right, for a guest?
The mom is a total bitch. She's getting married. Where are you at? You got that little tiny app that you're working on. Like, how patronizing to you, mom. The investor throughout the movie wants to know, get progress reports about how things are going. And in a kind of a stupid turn of events, Molly decides to, as the creator of this app, to write her testimonial on the webpage. But then she doesn't want him to know that she is the founder of this app.
It's called Book It. And, well, the details would just bore you.
So, of course, at the end, he's got a skeezy little co-worker who then is like, oh, pretty much reveals her secret. He gets pissed off at her because she, I guess, lied about it, but then she gets pissed off at him because, what we got? What is that checklist of ex-girlfriend now in the movie? Ex-girlfriend of Jeff comes and has one of the hugest domes I think I've seen. Oh man, there's just a running theme of just, man, that is a forehead. Admittedly gets a little jealous, but then he gives her just a hug goodbye, but he basically was like, yo, I'm interested in this girl. She gets a little upset at him for hugging his ex right before he was about to tell her, I think I love you, but what am I so afraid of? And that doesn't matter. Hey, you were so happy together. Might as well, you created the app. Are you guys in love? And it's like, yeah, we are. And cheers to that. We're a couple now.
Your app is sensational.
Our matches aren't created for romance.
Dude, all these movies are the same, guys. It's the same sandwich with just other ingredients. You got pickles, all right, you don't like pickles, we're throwing that shit out. You got radishes, you don't like that shit, we're throwing that. You got marmalade. It's no matter any way you make it, no matter any way you slice it, all these movies are still gonna be so freaking bad. And the only ones that I've ever given any praise was just praise off of how bad all these movies are. So with that being said, this is Some Joe Schmo. I need a drink and we need to get out of here. So come back for day number 5. Oh God, we're not even halfway there of our Hallschlock Christmas. 12 days of Hallschlock Christmas. I don't even know the name of this video anymore, guys. Peace out, love, harmony, and happy holidays, guys. We done.